Hey everybody, welcome to Walking the Way with Picasso. My name is Picasso Roberts and I am your psychic medium for the next 20 something minutes. Welcome. I'm really glad to be here. I want to thank A1R Psychic Radio for having me and having this platform. I know that I always try to say thank you and just, acknowledge the people that make it possible. So I appreciate the producer Dave, thank you. And Constance Solomon, I appreciate you for bringing me into this scenario. So super grateful to be here. And I just want to talk a little bit, of course, I'm going to tell you where I'm going to be this upcoming weekend. There's a Spirit Fest event in Melbourne, Florida. I'll be there on May 22nd, 23rd, 10:30 to 6. Both days. It's going to be at the Azan Shriner Center, and that's at 1591 O'Galley Boulevard in Melbourne. And it's $7 to get in. It's free parking, and that's that. You can go to my website, mediumshipbypicasso.com, and see when any and all of my events are, and show up and support the local community. If you're new in town or you're on vacation, it's something to do and something to kind of raise your spirits a little bit. Spirits, we love spirits. And then, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a super great weekend. So I'm just going to leave that, and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on that today. So what I do want to do is remind you that not only am I a psychic medium, but I'm also an author. So I wrote a book, and the show Walking the Way is from my book. It's called Walking the Way. This is a story of strength, courage, and my introduction to spirit. So I know that there are a lot of authors out there. Look, this is not a War and Peace novel. This is my story, and this is my first go at writing. So when you read my story, I just want you to keep that in mind, and it could be you writing a book one day. So read page by page, take it all in, and have, I hope you will have an understanding that writing is fun and all of that, but it is not easy getting a book out. So I self-published, and I had friends that helped me get through some of the editing portion of it, but I did have to hire people, and it's a process. So I want you to know that. So it's an accomplishment, and I'm not going to pat myself on the back too much, but I just want to say that, yes, psychic medium, intuitive, Reiki master, teacher, all of that, but also an author, and I'm going to do that little shout out. And then I also created these really cool cards. You can see them on my website. It's an oracle card deck, and it's called I'm No Angel, But I'm Trying. And this deck is a lot of fun. It's got some really cool cards in it. I channeled the cards with my master guide. And he's got a little sense of humor. Well, he's got a lot of sense of humor. Tends to push my buttons a little bit. So I pulled a couple of cards earlier today. I don't remember what they were, but this one I'm pulling out right now. And it'll look like this for those of you that view on Moonstruck TV, you'll see it. It says Warrior Strength. Now that's some shit. Pick your battles, fight for the underdog, and don't break anything you can't fix or replace. So the cards are meant to be uplifting and healing and make you laugh and all that kind of good stuff. But they're also usually right on track with what's happening in your life. So anyway, that being said, time goes by really fast on this show. So I'm going to go into a little bit more today. I know we have a caller waiting. Thank you, Producer Dave. I appreciate that. I want you to know that doing this kind of work is, I personally was not born with it. There are some people that have a whole lifetime and a whole lineage of this kind of work. I was not that way. So who I am I hope to inspire others by doing the psychic medium work. I hope to awaken people to the possibility that this does actually exist, that we do come together with spirit, and that there are opportunities to speak with your loved ones that are on the other side, and to connect with your spirit team as well. So what I do readings, I do writings, I do a lot of automatic writing, I do healings. I'm a licensed massage therapist and a Reiki master. These are things that I want you to know about me before I get into with the callers. And why I do this, I like to give voice to the voiceless. So just imagine that, when spirit comes through, sometimes it's very difficult to understand them. Sometimes it all depends upon the spirit. They're very, very clear. They're concise. They're accurate with their information coming through. And that's great and makes it easy. And then sometimes they have a hard time communicating. So I might not hear them well, or I might hear them really well. And then you might have psychic amnesia when you get the information. It's all just, an energy that I try to work with. And I hope that people are open to that. And then I didn't do any of this until after my near-death experience in 1994. It was December 17th, 1994. You can read about that a little bit in my book. And I was guided to step into this work slowly. It didn't come on like running into a brick wall or anything like that, but I was guided into making these connections. So I accepted it, and here I am. And then with these readings, you'll hear me here on A1R Psychic Radio, or you'll hear me on my Facebook page, Mediumship by Picasso, or come to my website, mediumshipbypicasso.com, and book me for a reading. If there are things that you're trying to accomplish in your lifetime and you're hitting a wall, you need some guidance from your spirit team or from your loved ones that have crossed the other side, that's the place to go. So hit me up on my website or on Facebook, and hopefully I can help you. So, deep breath. It's a lot of information. Sometimes I forget to kind of, connect in with you guys and let you know who I am and what I am and why I'm here. So that being said, I'm going to go on to our first caller today, and that is Alicia in British Columbia, Canada. How are you, Alicia?
Oh, good, thank you.
Good. How can I help you today?
I'm kind of just looking for basically exactly the kind of guidance that you have insight into. Looking for clarity on my path right now, especially career-wise. And
okay,
I kind of know what
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there because I don't want you to tell me too awful much. I just want to lean into it a little bit, okay? And Alicia, so career, right?
Yeah.
So hang in there with me for a second because I'm just trying to lean into that some, so I get quiet and I kind of write things out, okay?
Okay. I also kind of have something happening like on my personal life end of it too, but it kind of ties in with my career path.
So what I'm hearing, Alicia, with the career, it feels very wobbly under my feet, like I feel it's not stable, and I feel as if Spirit's making me feel as if there's been almost like a not a physical punch to the gut, but like a punch to the gut, like something's made you not feel okay about what's happening there. Would I be right in saying that? And am I hearing them correctly?
Somewhat.
They're saying it's something happened unexpected, something unexpected, And it almost almost feels like I don't want to say it takes my breath away or takes the wind out of me, but it's like, oh, God darn, why is that happening, or why is that going on? Am I feeling that correctly?
Sorry, that was, I think it could be, that was
Okay.
could be like a past, like in the past, like something like that happened that kind of pushed me this way.
Okay. All right. That's fine. When I'm feeling with spirit is telling me to relay is this feels like a nudge, like they want you to look back and see what happened there, if that is something that happened in the past for you, to learn from that lesson so that it doesn't happen again. So they're asking you to open your eyes wider because you're not seeing everything clearly. They're saying, open your eyes wider. And they're making me feel as if there's a facade or somebody's wearing a mask, which tells me sometimes that somebody's lying to me when I see that somebody's masking who they really are. I feel like there's an underlying lie there. Would that make sense to you?
Possibly.
Yeah, they're just saying take it in, because they're saying take it in, but open your eyes a little bit wider, because whatever happened before can happen again if you're not paying attention. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, and what they're also telling me, Alicia, is it will happen again if you don't make a change. It will happen again if you don't make a change. This is related also to your personal life, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm hearing very, very, very loudly, make the change. There's an obstacle, and they're going very fast with this. There's an obstacle that's in your way that I feel like it flattens at the end of May, right at the end of May, right at the peak of Mercury retrograde. And as soon as you see that door open to make that change, I would really pay attention to that. And you know, it's going to be one of those, pardon this expression, but it's going to be one of those shit or get off the pot times. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have to make that decision. Boom, it's the door's going to open, and they're like, make that change. Okay. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay. This is connected to a relationship.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah. This feels very slow moving, this relationship, like slow moving, almost as if you were trying to nudge it along or feed it along or guide it along, and it's not, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel right. It feels like a weight. So please keep that in mind, and also understand that, you know, the information that you take in, I would never tell you to ever, you know, with regards to a relationship, I would never tell you to split with somebody. Do you understand? But always have an awareness about things. And, you know, Spirit's got their way of helping you get there anyway. So you can either do it smoothly, or you can, and more in your control, or you can wait until they really give you that boot in the butt, you know?
Yep.
Trust me, it's happened to me plenty of times. It happens to me all the time. You know? Okay. All right, Alicia. Listen, if you want to know a little more about that, we can go into detail a little bit more. You can either catch me on my Facebook page, Mediumship by Picasso, or you can drop over to my website, mediumshipbypicasso.com. reach out and let me know how you're doing. Okay. I'm going to leave you. I know it's a quick, a lot of questions, but quick answers. So for that, I'm sorry, but I'm going to leave you with that and hopefully connect with you down the road.
Okay, perfect.
All right, my dear. Have a blessed day. Okay. Here's the thing, guys. Before I go on to the next caller, oftentimes people ask about relationships or ask about, things like that. I'm going to give you what I hear as delicately as I possibly can. I'm not going to ever say, that you got to break up with this guy or, break up with that guy or that girl or, whatever. That is really between you and that person. I'm just giving you the verbal message that Spirit's trying to get through to you. You're asking, and don't ever ask what you don't want to know, okay? But I will try to do that as delicately as I can. And sometimes my filter is just really bad. So, keep that in mind, all right? Okay, great. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go on to the next caller, and that's Miriam in Nashua, New Hampshire. Hi, Miriam, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fair to middling.
Yeah, it's the same here too.
All right, how can I help you today?
Well, I don't know. I've been going through a tough time financially, et cetera, et cetera. But other than that, there's some physical problems. But hey, I'm old.
I don't know, me too. Can I ask you before we step into that, Miriam, did you have somebody who was in the Army that you knew that might have been either possibly in the Vietnam War or the Korean War? I would say more Vietnam
No,
War.
I had a son that was in the Navy. So my father was in the war.
And he's passed?
Yes.
Was he in Vietnam or was he in Korea?
No, he was in World War II.
Oh, okay. Because this guy started hanging around me. I'm just trying to place who he belongs to, and I'm not quite sure if it's you or it might be somebody within the show. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'll let him hang out for a while. If he belongs to you, he'll give me some more information. He's in fatigues and he's got a helmet on.
In here. Sorry?
You have a ghost in your place?
Yeah, and the only one that could see it was my little tiny dog, just one of them, not the other. And it was very interesting because, I'm sorry?
Is it a man?
Well, I haven't seen him since I told him to please leave. A gentleman died in my apartment, and there were these little tiny clicks, almost sounded like a twig snapping, and she'd go crazy. She'd be shaking like a leaf. She tried to get under the furniture. She spent a whole winter under the bed. She wouldn't come out. And finally I said to him, Hank, can you please leave? She's a little dog and she's scared to death. And I never heard from him again.
I am so glad that you acknowledge that, and that is actually the best way to do it. They're not meaning to do harm, just meaning to do communication of some sort. So I'm guessing then he belongs to you. Sometimes they'll step forward just to give an acknowledgement and a thank you. Do you mind if I take a second and just check with him if that's, I think this is the guy then.
Yeah.
Miriam, I believe then that he does belong to you in that way.
Okay.
Gosh, I don't know. So, and you called him Hank?
Yes, that was his name. The neighbors told me.
Okay. Yeah, my nose is running now, so it's definitely that's definitely okay. So this would just be him coming in. He came in about an hour ago or so, and I was doing a meditation, and so he showed up. I'm like, holy cow! Now, who do you belong to, and what are you up to, and how can I help? And so I'm glad that you acknowledged this. So that makes him happy. I just feel like a thank you for acknowledging his presence in the home and not being angry or upset. He didn't mean to scare the dog.
No,
He doesn't mean to scare anybody, but so appreciates
no.
his words. He appreciates the respect that you gave.
Oh,
Yeah, the
absolutely. I
respect.
mean, I take that very, very seriously. You know.
Yeah, I do as well, and I'm so happy that you handled it the way that you did. So thank you for that. And he's saying thank you for the respect in that, and I'm so glad that he came forward to do that. It's like, it's kind of like when the light's on and you open the door, the ones that step through are the ones that are supposed to step through. So I'm glad that we were able to make that connection and that acknowledgement. He won't bother you or the dog. He just wanted to pop in and say, it's like a quick pop in
Yeah.
and say, by the way, thank you for the respect is really what he's doing. So that's cool.
She's passed on, and but her sister never saw him. Wasn't aware that he was there, but that her sister was. I'm sorry to cry. I missed him so. But yeah, Sissy was the only one who saw him, and she was so terrified.
Yeah. So let me go I'm going to step out of that because I know we just have a little bit of time here, and I want to get you a little something here. Well, although that it was very important, so I'm glad we did that. You talked about having, spirits whispering, like, because I wrote down finances, you said finances. So I wrote down finances 3 times. And what they're making me feel like, and I feel your pain with this one, like it's hard, really, really hard, almost like I don't have 2 cents to rub together, kind of a deal. But they're saying for you that they will bring you everything you need, but you do really well with very little.
Right.
Understand?
Yes.
They're like, they're telling me you live so simplistically and so beautifully that you don't have to have the luxuries and those things that overabundance of crap and stuff that you don't need weighing you down in this lifetime.
Yeah.
That they're making me feel as if your heart They're making me feel as if your heart is so open and so abundant. The love that you have, the heart energy that you have is very, very beautiful. They're telling me that you get to acceptance very, very quickly. So that tells me that you're a much older soul. So that is a beautiful thing. More concerned about the welfare of others, I would say. Am I right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. Let's go into the health stuff. Let me just do a quick. I keep wanting to put my foot down and stand. I feel like I'm having a little bit of a hard time standing. Do you have hip issues or a hard time getting up out of the chair?
Absolutely. I have sciatica real bad.
Yeah, because they're only doing it with one side. Okay.
Yeah.
So listen, that is an easy fix for the unless you're dealing. Okay, I'm speaking. Let me tell you that I'm a licensed massage therapist, and I'm speaking with an educated background with regards to these things. So that being aside, spirits make me acknowledge the difficulty getting up, and I'm going, okay, I know that this is fixable unless there's a degenerative disc disorder.
Yeah, yeah. I have spondylosis. And
Okay.
the doctor said I had it pretty bad.
Yeah. Okay. I would just say, you know what? We only have like 2 minutes left, but I want to give you some information. So if you could find a time to go over to my Facebook page, I have some words that I could give you, some advice to give you from the massage therapist point of view. Would that be okay with you? So just go to my Facebook page. It's Mediumship by Picasso. If you hop on there and say, hey, it's Miriam from New Hampshire, then I'll pop on and we can, have a little chitty chat about that, so I can give you some guidance on that. Would that be okay?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much for acknowledging the gentleman, Hank, that came through. And I look forward to checking in with you on the Facebook page, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. You have a good day.
All right, Miriam. Have a really, really great day.
You as well.
Great. Okay, I know I only have about 30 or 45 seconds left. Yeah, just come and see me over on the Facebook page or check in with me on mediumshipbypicasso.com. I like to help out when I can. It's me and it's spirit, and, we work together. So with that, I'm going to leave you with that, and I will see you next Tuesday. And have a really, really great day. Be kind to everybody, please.